5-time champion of the world.
On the Army.
He wouldn't like it when he's angry.
It's a kind of Dutch magic.
Barneveld has done it!
Oh yes, Barney! Barney
Barney in pursuit of his first match-play crown. This is what we've seen tonight. Robert Thornton going out, beaten by Keegan Brown, the youngster, 10-7. Dave Chisnell, a really exciting match with Jamie Caven, 13-11. Chisnell surviving. Taylor, comfortable 10-2 against Big John Henderson, and Barney Hamilton coming next. Draw looks like this. Phil Taylor will be up against the winner of Barney against Hamilton, also in that section. Dave Chisnell against Keegan Brown. Let's hear from Phil Taylor now, talking to Stuart Pike.
Well done, Phil. Comfortable in the end.
It was. That's not John. John's a better player than that. He really is. I think pressure, I don't know, but he's a better player than that.
The scoring was terrific. You had double trouble early on, though.
I know. And he was coming back. I was 2-1 up, thinking he's going to come back to 2 each here. So win the session. That was thinking 3-2. Just get your session one, keep your darts, and put him under pressure. And then he just seemed to. He's hitting a good shot than a bad shot. That was not John Anderson tonight. Trust me, he's a better player than that. Any pro player will tell you. Anybody qualifies for this is a better player than what John played tonight. To be honest with you, I feel for him. I really do.
Were the missed doubles for you a concern? You got into your stride as the match went on.
I was trying to attack John. I was trying to put John under pressure from the very. I was under pressure from the very beginning. You want to do well, you want to kick in straight away with a 180 and a 9 dart if you could for the crown, but it doesn't always work like that, you know. So I was trying to just put John under pressure, keep him under pressure, keep him going a bit quicker because he suffers a little bit with the heat. So I was thinking push him a little bit. So every time he was there, I was stepping in quick as I could. I was trying, you know, gamesmanship I suppose, but trying to push him a little bit harder than what he's used to.
36 consecutive wins on that stage now, and the countdown continues. It could be Barneveld, it could be Hamilton in round 2.
You know, we've got Andy Hamilton fans here, so it's nip and tuck. Barney is practicing well upstairs. He is. You've been watching him. And Andy's practicing well, so I think we're in for a bit of a treat here, to be honest with you. I think you're in for a right aggressive game.
Well done, you're off.
Phil Taylor, the smile on the face, job done, 10-2 victory. It was comfortable, Wayne.
It was, and he said he was concerned about the double-in, and his scoring was great. No offence to John, he never got going. I don't think Phil at any moment thought he was ever going to lose that match, and you could see that. There was no urgency at all with the finishing. And there was even a treble 16 he went for there that was kind of quicker than normal, with kind of no... I don't think he cared whether it went in or not, because he knew he was going to come back and have another go, and look, he got the job done 10-2.
The winner of Barney and Hamilton will play Taylor in round 2. It's a fascinating prospect.
Well, this is how the world of darts has changed. I'm mainly on about Barney here. They used to play in finals when they were seeded 1 and 2, or maybe 1 and 4. Now Barney's 15, so he'll be taking like the 16th spot, if you like, in the rankings. So they'll be playing in most last 16s. Barney's got to put that right. He's better than that, and he's got to climb up that money list.
Which Barney's going to turn up tonight, do you think?
Well, as you know, I'm a bit of a fan of his. I always think Barney's going to play well until he doesn't. And we saw what can happen at the World Cup, where he kind of hit a brick wall, and he basically looked like he didn't want to be up there. If that happens tonight, then Andy Hamilton will beat him.
Barney against Hamilton, the final match. Day 3 of the match play. Look at that, the glorious Empress Ballroom, the Winter Gardens. Let's get it on our MC, John McDonald.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the action at the incredible Winter Gardens, Blackpool. Final match of our first round in the Ben Victor World Match Play that's brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation and live on Sky Sports. Time now to meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, it's hammer time! Andy Hamilton!
Stop. Hammer time.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Den Haag in the Netherlands, the five-time champion of the world, Raymond and Barneveld.
Barney was singing along there, Wayne Miles, a little bit of karaoke in Blackpool.
He obviously feels relaxed. He was practicing backstage and he was just kind of doing his own thing and chatting to people that wanted to talk to him. So, yeah, look, he must be in a good old place for Barney, but we want to see the best of him. We really do. And like I said, he's number 15th seed in this, and he shouldn't be that low. The ranking system doesn't favour him because he likes to pick and choose the tournaments he plays in. And right now, he kind of needs to go in them all to get his ranking up.
We haven't seen much of the Hammer recently. He's out of sorts.
Yeah, his form has just been poor. He's now sort of low 20s. And as we know, he was always like the quarter-final man, wasn't he? And reached the world final, of course, where he lost to Adrian Lewis. But this could be the catalyst for him, and I think this isn't a bad draw for Andy Hamilton, because he can get stuck into a game, and we know sometimes Barney can run from a fight, and I don't think it'd be a bad thing if Andy gets stuck in early and just gives him a few bellows like he can.
Good way to round up a Monday evening. John Park and Nigel Pearson, your commentators.
Yes, and what a way to round off the first round here of the World Match Play, and Raymond van Barneveld off in fine style. What a way to get us underway for the final game of the first round. Andy Hamilton, of course, we recall one of the greatest comebacks in recent history at the Winter Gardens, that the victory over Simon Whitlock and his run to the semi-finals in 2011. 5 years since this man reached the final, beaten by Phil Taylor in 2010. But John Part, Barney looks in the mood.
Yeah, it's good to see he's not flat coming out. Don't want to see Barney hammered into rubble necessarily, unless you're a Hammer fan.
And of course the winner of this plays the one and only Phil Taylor. After his fantastic 10-2 demolition, the eye of the tiger, Raymond van Barneveld. Some shirt, isn't it? Some shirt Barney's wearing.
81.
He seems to have, Barney does, the demeanor he carried through Premier League, which obviously did him pretty well in the latter stages of that.
Why will you require 140?
Andy Hamilton fans in the house tonight. Another one of those at least double 10. Well, this for a 12 darter. Can't quite get there, but looking good. It's a delightful first leg from Raymond van Barneveld, 5 times champion of the world. This man who's suffered a dip in form, poor run by his own hugely high standards. Quarter-finalist all the major ranking events in the last decade, Andy Hamilton. Now Barney, double 10. Well, he's got a problem here.
Well as he's played, it's Andy who can steal it and get a break. Fairly simple out as well, treble 20 for double 18. He's got half of it. Double 18, double 9. What a great job by Andy Hamilton to take the first leg. Completely punishes Barneveld.
Can you believe it? Barney had the leg in his hands, literally, and couldn't take it out. Hamilton has pounced, and full credit to him. What a start.
And how quickly Barneveld goes from feeling like everything's going his way to, uh-oh, I don't understand.
Free-flowing and looked so good, this man in the first leg, but credit Andy Hamilton. Great character to pounce when it mattered most. It's a great first start from Hamilton, isn't it?
Well, he looks really good as well. He's unlucky there. Caught the flight initially, which it hit the board at a very bad angle.
Yes, Hamilton well capable of digging in for the long haul if necessary. He needs the bounce out, so unlucky. On target for the 180. He looks in fine fettle, Andy Hamilton.
Well, we can't complain about the scoring so far. Excellent stuff. Barney trying to get in position to get that break back. He would likely get a chance. Big ass from Hamilton at 158. Needs 2 treble 20s to leave double 19. He's got 1. 2. Well, this would really be a blow to Barneveld. And it is! He is hammering Barney into rubble so far.
Wow, what a performance from Andy Hamilton. And in the early stages of the first leg, with Van Barneveld looking so comfortable, so composed, who would have thought that Hamilton would race away into a 2-0 lead? And that's a slack visit from Van Barneveld as well. The hammer is on form.
Well, you know, Barney would expect Hamilton, if he's playing half decently, to hit finish 96. That was not a surprise. That was not a body blow, but that 158 sure was.
Touch of class from Hamilton, wasn't it? Now, he's hurt Barney, no doubt.
55.
And this is a slack leg from Barney. Surely it can't go 3-0. Well, Barneveld under some pressure now. Thanks to this man. What a great first start again. Staying up.
100.
First to 10, remember. This is the final first round game here at the Winter Gardens in Blackpool. We enter round 2 tomorrow night. Which one of these two will go through to face the power?
You know, I think Andy Hamilton's mindset, it's going to be pretty good, because although he's trying to get back up in the rankings, he's sort of playing without expectation here, and as a complete underdog. And really, he's got nothing to lose in my mind, aside from wanting to keep himself and move himself up the standings.
Barney is all at sea here by the seaside here in Blackpool tonight. Andy Hamilton, a semi-finalist here in 2006 and 2011. This is a scrappy leg, the third of the game. Averages have dipped dramatically in this one leg.
Well, Hamilton, he's averaging 126 on outshots. That's usually the outshots that bring your averages down.
41 scored. No wonder Barney raises his eyebrows as if to say, what on earth is happening here now?
Yeah, but Barney, he's still thinking now, I haven't played a great leg, but I still have a decent chance to hold my throw. Hamilton only at 170.
Now, another one of those would make it interesting.
100.
So, Andy Hamilton looking for something special now. Well, he did the 158, he's not going to do the 170. But he's going to put a bit of pressure on Barney, you feel.
96.
74. Now, can Barney take his first leg of the game? Double 8 now. Can't take it. Chance of Hamilton for another break and throw here.
Yeah, Barney came out scoring very well, but his doubles 0 for 6. 42 leaves 32 for Hamilton for 3-0. And to be 2 breaks ahead, double 8.
66.
That was a real opportunity for Hamilton. And they know it. Hammer knows it as well. Double 8. Van Barneveld gets a leg on the board. It's a hold-up throw. But he could so easily have been 3-0 down by now.
Game on.
Well. 2-in. Andy Hamilton. Van Barneveld in the first leg looked as though he was in tip-top form. Playing quite beautifully. He's had to pull out all the stops to just get a leg on the board.
Well, yeah, he missed that 140 out on the double 10 fairly closely, but then when he came back for double 10, he was nowhere near. And you know, all the difference that 140 outshot makes if he hits it.
It's fair to say the crowd are enjoying themselves here, this final game of the first round. There is a terrific atmosphere. Bad second dart, didn't help him, but a good recovery from Barney.
Andy's still, though, in control. This leg he started. That treble makes sure of that. Could have been a bit iffy had he only got 60. Barney needs 2 trebles.
Easy to see Barney's problem so far. 6 missed shots for a leg. Just the 1 out of 7. This man, his finishing has been so much superior in the first 3 legs. Well, he needed the treble 17 for Paul. Stayed down the board.
53.
He's going to be back for 68, Andy Hamilton.
Barney will go for bull on this third. Try and leave 170, but he can't leave a finish. So no pressure on the 68 of Hamilton. Needs double 4. An excellent 2-dart finish again.
Clinical, absolutely clinical from Andy Hamilton. Holds his throw, 3-1 up. And now you feel, going into the first break of the game at the end of 5 legs, there's a bit of pressure on Barney. Can't afford to lose this leg. It's a nice steady ton, but my goodness, for a man who hasn't been in the best of form, Andy Hamilton is doing okay here. Switching straight away.
Well, you do have to play pretty well just to be here these days, so I wouldn't write him off too much. Like I said, he's really got nothing to prove at this point, I think. He's still a very good player. Not much expectation put onto him. It's a perfect opportunity for him.
Yeah, and before the tournament, Barneveld 15th in the order of merit. This man 20th. Not a lot between them. Going to stay down for another one of those, I think. 96. To settle for the single, but crowd getting involved. The Barney Army are in the Empress Ballroom tonight, here at the Winter Gardens. And he knows he's under pressure to hold his throw here, John.
Well, he is, but he's not, because Andy's pretty far back right now. The thing is, with his finishing he's had, the 158 in particular, Barney can't really feel safe with any sort of lead.
Doesn't have to go for it, of course. Switching down now, Barney.
87.
Hamilton well behind. It's looking like 3-2 going into the first break of the match.
57.
Yes, which would mean Hamilton up the break. This was Barney's session.
Double 12. Brilliant, middle of the bed, Barney! Decent first session here, plenty more to come. Close contest so far. Andy Hamilton leads Raymond van Barneveld by 3 legs to 2. More from Blackpool on the way. First up tonight, a 10-7 win over Robert Thornton, and then we saw a real epic. Dave Chisnell edging out Jamie Caven 13-11. Phil Taylor, no problem, 10-2 against John Henderson, and the game in progress right now at the end of the first part of the game. Andy Hamilton leads Raymond van Barneveld 3 legs to 2. He has a break of throw in his favour. The start of this second session of this game. Andy Hamilton just about edging it right now. Only the 180 in the game, and that's gone to Raymond van Barneveld. But Hamilton just looking to hold his throw here, John. It sounds easy, but we know it's far from easy on this big stage. Although he's making a good start of it here now.
Yeah, I was going to comment that sometimes just after a break, it's a good chance to catch somebody and try and break them. But an excellent start from Hamilton. So if Barney was thinking that, he's going to have to think he has to do everything now.
60.
He's done nothing.
And we said, didn't we, during the break, that although Hamilton hasn't been at his best over the last year or so, he's a former Premier League player, former world finalist, a semi-finalist here. He's got the pedigree. He is a good player. And it would be no major surprise if he went through tonight, would it?
No, I wouldn't call that a major upset in any way.
60.
750 to 1 with the sponsors for the title before this. Hamilton.
Well, I would say if he took the title, that would be fairly surprising.
Major.
Nothing against him. He's certainly showing he can win matches, but winning titles all different, isn't it?
It's a good leg, isn't it, for the Hammer?
He's World Championship runner-up. Was very fine. Great performance. But it's been a while since he's been to that sort of depth.
2 180s for Barney. Hamilton setting himself up here.
85.
Well, that was a good last start, wasn't it?
Yeah, no 180s for Hamilton as of yet, but he's doing well scoring. He's got 6 140s, 500s. He's been steady. He's keeping the pressure on Barney.
139.
Oh, Barney just
and he requires 36.
keeping a little bit of pressure on the hammer. Double 18 in each for 4-2. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant from Andy Hamilton. 57% finish rate tonight. Taken out a 158 as well, remember. Yet to hit a 180. Barney's hit 2, but Hamilton with a 2-leg cushion. So far, so good for this fella.
Yeah, and he's going to keep digging, trying to get another break. That's how you win matches. You don't rest because you're 1 break ahead.
140.
Well, his reaction suggests he was convinced that was going in for a 180. Didn't quite get the lot.
Well, I'm sure he's a little bit frustrated he hasn't had a 180. Although, like I said before, his scoring has been pretty good.
64.
It's a pride thing. You're a dart player. You're a pro. You're up on that stage. You want 180s.
No problem with the 140s for Andy, is there? Oh, look at this. First one. There you go. Right on cue. The roar from Andy Hamilton says it all. He's looking good, isn't he?
And his pride's intact.
44.
And the bigger picture, really, John, apart from the 180, is that a break of throw here, Hamilton will have 2 breaks in his favour.
59.
Yeah,
How worried will Barney be at this stage, John?
He's concerned. I wouldn't say worried necessarily, but he can see what we're seeing. He understands he's going to be down 2 breaks. He's going to probably be down 2 breaks. Not much he can do about it now. So he wants to mount a quick resurgence back and win a few legs straight. So we'll start with trying to break Andy, obviously, in the next leg.
That was a great treble 18. Down towards 16, the perfect setup for Andy Hamilton. Leaves his double 16 shot for a 5-2 lead. Then he's throwing for 6-2. And all of a sudden, Barney will be worried.
96.
So here we go. Double 16 for 5-2 for Andy Hamilton now.
Lovely first start.
Andy Hamilton.
Show what it means to him. He roars and he roars and he roars.
Game on.
With every roar, there's more of a frown on Barney's face.
Well, his finishing is impressive, isn't it? 63% double attempt rate. Taking out that 158. That's a good recovery after a slack first start. And he's gone up for treble 18. Hit it as well. Playing well, Hamilton. He's got Van Barneveld under the cosh. This is more like it from Barney. Much needed. 3 major semi-finals this year, the Worlds, the Europeans and the Premier League. Raymond Van Barneveld, but 15th in the order of merit going into the match play. Andy Hamilton,
99.
back on the big stage tonight, back on Sky Sports tonight, and really enjoying himself quite clearly.
You know, and Raymond has career dominance over Andy.
59.
20 to 3 or 4, something like that. But the real thing is, the last 4 times they played, and it hasn't been that often over the last 3 years or so, but they're 2-2. So that's what's in recent memory. They're both thinking, well, they better watch out.
Plenty of room. Yes! Second 180 for Andy Hamilton! He really has Van Barneveld on the ropes right now. Barney looking for something special.
92.
Yeah, almost left the finish. Needed the treble 20 to finish that one. Andy, I think he wants this finish now, and that 60 won't give him that chance. Oh, no. He needed 18, only hit a 4. He's left the 32. No real harm done, but I think he wanted that momentum factor. Get the leg one, keep Barney reeling.
Still handy for Andy to go for double 16 here for 6-2. Finishing well. Double 16 the target. There you go, no problem. Look what it means to him as well. He is absolutely loving this. And now Van Barneveld quite simply has to hold his throw.
Well, if Andy keeps playing like this, and if he does win, his odds will be much, much, much shorter on the outrights. He's playing very well. You have to respect him.
Yeah, Friday night when I looked at it, with the sponsors, 750 to 1 for the title.
Now for a seasoned pro, that's a pretty big price.
Been through a tough time, no doubt. Only 60 for Raymond. Now, opportunity for Hamilton. A 140 had hurt Barney here, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because he's trying to get the break here. Give him the chance to sweep the session. No, Barney is trying to shrug that off. He wanted more than 100. I think he's regrouping back there. I see his body language, his facial expressions. I think Barney's not done yet.
No, I mean, Hamilton needs 4 more legs, presuming he's clear by 2, but this man is worried, no doubt. Oh, he can't find a treble. Can't find a treble. So Andy Hamilton hits the big numbers here. And Barney is in big trouble. What a start. What a great first start for Andy Hamilton. Switch to 18s maybe? No, stays up there and hits the ton.
Well, he knows all about that finish. He's already done it. 158.
Can't do it again, can he?
It's not in the rules. He's allowed to.
97. And you require 100.
Well, let's see. He's already hit this earlier, the 158. Oh, he's got the first start. Another one of those. Oh!
Yeah. We all wanted to see it, except for Barney. Barney has a similar kind of an out, and we'd love to see him hit that. Really get his spark back into the match.
Leaves himself 48 to come back, but that's if he comes back. 18's first, the treble is what he needs. 20 would leave tops now for Hamilton for 7-2. 1 dart at tops for a break of throw.
58.
Yeah, just pulled it. 48 for Barney. Missed this earlier. Simple out. Double 16. Double 8.
32.
He's missed it. Can you believe it? The reaction says it all. So double 10, this is a big moment for Andy Hamilton.
Well, fortunate to have this chance, and he needs to make the most that he has. Seals yet another break.
3 breaks of throw. If he holds it here now, he will be 8-2 up going into the second break of the match. Who could have predicted this? And he's off to a great start. Lovely first start, Andy Hamilton.
100.
Have to say, averaging 95. Great finishing, a 158 finish as well. 7 ton 40s. This is more like the Andy Hamilton that we know.
Well, he's been good and steady. He hasn't always. He had the 158 was spectacular, but he hasn't been overall spectacular. But just really good darts, a nice performance. Professional, as we say.
Fill it up. Yes! 3 180s! Andy Hamilton is on song here in the Winter Gardens.
Yeah, and he's racking up the legs, and he's only getting better with the confidence boost.
Is it Hammer's time tonight? Oh, look at this. He's playing quite beautifully.
Oh, that's a second bounce out I've despised in the last couple of legs for Hamilton. I wanted to sit on the 158, and now here on the perfect.
Same as well, deflection and into the trouble, 1 and out. Almost a replica of his previous bounce out.
Yeah.
140. And he requires 100.
You wouldn't put it past him here, would you?
And he can go about it as he likes, with Barney not on a finish. 75, so treble 17 would leave double 12.
28.
Now he's only left 73. Although it's an easy shot, he should be much better off, and Barney can maybe buy himself a chance with a great turn. Yes, that's what he's thinking.
130.
Brilliant from Barney.
And he requires
Hamilton didn't really tidy up with that last start, did he? Treble 19 would leave double 8. 14 for tops now. 1 dart at tops for 8-2 for Andy Hamilton.
33.
Can Van Barneveld claim a break back here to keep his hopes alive? 62 he needs.
Well, 17 now and double 8. It's not been friendly.
54.
Can you believe it? A shake of the head from Barney. Tops for Andy Hamilton now. If he gets this, he will be within 2 legs of the match and a place against Phil Taylor in round 2. It's hammer time. Barney on the brink of a Blackpool exit. 2 legs needed for Andy Hamilton. We will take you through to the conclusion of round 1 when we come back here at the Winter Gardens in a few moments' time. Welcome back to the Winter Gardens here in Blackpool and a terrific night of first round action. Keegan Brown 10-7, first game of the night. A wonderful Blackpool debut for the man from the Isle of Wight. Dave Chisnell 13-11 over Jamie Caven, a real epic. Phil Taylor no problem getting the better of John Henderson 10-2. And the game we have now, look at this for a scoreline, who would have thought it? Raymond van Barneveld 2, Andy Hamilton 8. 3 breaks of throw in Hamilton's favour, 57% finish rate, including a 158, 3 180s. This man knows it's going to take something special to come back from this.
75.
Yeah, Barney has to go prehistoric here, or he will hit bedrock.
I see what he did there, John.
It's actually a lot more serious a situation even that for Barney. He needs a really good run of legs.
98.
We know he's capable, but he just has to sort of click in. The mysterious click in.
60.
Can't find a treble. If Hamilton can hit a ton 40 here, or maybe a 4th 180.
Well, Nigel, yeah, I was just thinking, the last game, 10-2 was the score line for Phil. Would you have guessed that it's possible even that it would be 10-2 in this match?
No,
but for Andy?
I had this down for quite a long game, to be honest. It may well still prove that, but I had this down for a fairly long game.
25.
When I was looking at the games tonight and making predictions.
Well, I really felt Andy would make a good game of this, but kind of sensibility told me Barney's probably going to win the match because he's Barney and he's this that he loves the good atmosphere, but just not happening at all. Well, it is for Andy. Lovely performance.
But by the same token, John, as a player
81.
in a position where you're 8-2 up and you've taken a break, Andy Hamilton, what is going through his mind now? He's got to stay focused, hasn't he?
Well, if I'm him, I don't want to lose another leg now. I would want to break in this leg, just get it over with, finish the man off where you can.
96. Right, you require 160.
Reminder, Phil Taylor awaits the winner of this. Are we to be denied another Taylor Van Barneveld showdown?
140. And you require 150.
He can do it. He's done a 158. He's got the first treble 20. He's got the second one. Double 15 for a 150.
135.
Oh, a muted roar.
And you require 20.
And that missed double.
There's still no guarantee Barney's going to hit this. Double 5 is awkward for him. One dart. Gets it. Gets it. It's only a hold and throw, but he'll keep on to any grain of comfort at this stage.
Well, Barney's spotted the oasis through the binoculars. Now he just has to find out whether it's a mirage or not.
Hamilton can't find a treble. Now look at this. Look at this. A ton 40. Well. Maybe it's not all over yet. He needs this, Hamilton. Another one to do him nicely. That's better. Much better. Van Barneveld, who had that brilliant late run in the Premier League, needs to show something similar here. And he's finding his form quite beautifully. Maybe it's not all over just yet.
Well, if he gets an escape here, he really will be becoming our darts Houdini. So much bother and trouble, and somehow finding a way out of it.
What a response from Hamilton! What a response! They're turning on the style now.
And that's his experience showing, Andy Hamilton. He's been doing this a long time at high quality. Nothing scares him.
39.
Big job to do this. Back up the board. A 20 would leave tops.
99.
So Van Barneveld has to take this now. 20 would leave double 18. One shot at double 18 to stay in the match, 58. And he's blown it. Tops for Hamilton now to be one leg from the second round, and he knows it. Andy Hamilton.
Yeah, probably lucky to have the chance. Needs to make sure of it. Double 10. Getting a little bit tense. Double 5.
30.
He's got the jitters, the nerves, the jangling. So close to the finish line. Double 9. Van Barneveld, no mistake at all. He's still in the match. He's hanging on. And now looking to hold his throw, to put a fifth leg on the board. It is not all over yet. Still work for Hamilton to get over the line.
Well, Andy should know a comeback when he sees one and want to put an end to it.
Since that break, isn't it? It's since the break. Hamilton was on a roll. Barney has used it to his advantage to keep his slim hopes alive, but what was slim hopes could be enhanced if he gets a fifth leg on the board here to hold his throw.
96.
Finds the treble finally in this leg, his 6th attempt. Barney not being too concerned so far about anything. Easily ahead. 9 darts, not on a finish, but still in a very good spot.
And for me, Barney's body language is better. It's almost as though, look, you know, I'm in a almost hopeless situation. Anything I can do might just cause a problem for Hamilton. Because you do feel that this man will know there's still some work to do. It's a lovely first start from Raymond van Barneveld. It's a great 10-40, leaves double 18. Is the comeback on?
Well, we've seen 2 legs of it. And there will be no 10-2 score.
As you said, John, you made the point. Andy would have wanted to have got off stage without conceding another leg, but here we go. Oh, brilliant double 9. From 8-2, it's 8-5. Now, you do feel that Andy Hamilton needs to hold his throw here to stem the Barney tide.
Yeah, because if he thinks he's tense now, he'll get all the more tense if he loses this leg. You can't fault the man. You're human up there. You feel things, and he is more tense now, obviously. I know he's 8-5 ahead, but he was 8-2 ahead, and you're thinking bad thoughts.
Here comes the pressure from Barney. 10-140s. Needs a treble. Another one of those are doing quite nicely. Oh, beautifully done. That was brilliant from Andy Hamilton. Former Premier League player, world finalist against Adrian Lewis. Andy Hamilton has got the pedigree, he's got the CV. Reached at least the quarterfinals of every major ranking tournament in the last decade. And now looking to seal the deal against one of the greatest of all time. Brilliant 180! Right place, right time! 5 180s for Andy Hamilton!
Yeah, and the adrenaline, the aggression, the success, that's erased his tension. He's all kill right now.
Well, Barney not on a finish, so plenty of time for Andy, although he's going the quick way. Wants it done sooner rather than later. There you go, 9th leg, he needs one more to face Phil Taylor. Barney was on a roll, but now he's throwing to save the match.
Yeah, that's the only thing he has going for him. He has the throw to start off another run of legs, which he must get to stay in.
Now, Andy, you need a treble here. Back up. Lovely last start.
Yeah, and Andy only plays his best when he's aggressive, and he can't afford to sit back and say, well, I can hold my throw next leg, or he'll lose his focus and he won't be able to do it next leg. So Andy must attack, and try and win this leg, and I think that's how he plays anyway.
Oh, what a great first start. Oh, this would be a great time to get a 6 180. Andy Hamilton. Oh, again in the treble 1.
Well, I think it's the shape of the barrels, and the point comes in alongside it, and it just gets shot out at a 45-degree angle almost.
Nice steady tongue from Barney. Here's the bounce out. Deflection into treble 1. 3 times we've seen that in this match. Oh, look at this.
Needs another treble, though, to leave a finish. He has 148. Well, that'd be a fine thing to have alongside his 158, especially to ensure victory.
Does Barney feel his number is up here in Blackpool now?
59.
6 darts from here, Andy Hamilton.
48.
And Barney's on a finish now, so Hamilton looking to take this out. Another one of those are doing quite nicely. Double 14 for a famous win! And now Van Barneveld under pressure with these 3 darts to save the match.
He needs a real sleight of hand. Get out of this one. Won't happen. The only thing he can hope for is with Andy on an awkward double, he might get another chance.
43% at the finish tonight for Andy Hamilton. Who would have thought this? His fans believe. Double 14 for the match. 7 now, double 7 indeed. Well, can you believe it?
And that was all he had to hope for, Barney, that is. He had to hope that the 28, which can break down so poorly, as we just saw, would give him the chance for this 48, double 16. He's missed it a bunch of times last time, double 8. And 16 is his, yes. Whoa.
High drama here in Blackpool. Hamilton blew the chance to win the match. Now, well, he'll feel a bit of pressure, but that was a lovely second dart.
I don't know how we got that dart through to the double there.
This is nice from Barney. Playing without pressure. He knows he's up against it here. But there'll just be 1 or 2 doubts creeping in, surely, for Andy Hamilton as a player, when you've had the opportunity, John. And look at this now. There will be doubts, won't there?
Well, that could have been absolute horrible turn there, and just rescued it with a treble 19, so that Barney must have a good score to take advantage.
100.
Not full advantage. A little distracted, perhaps. You know, he normally has all the support, so not sure where that's coming from.
Oh, that's a lovely second dart. Can he follow it up with a 140 here? Yes, he can. Look what it means to him. He knows the impact that that's going to have.
Yeah, and he made up for that poor turn with the 2 treble 1s. You know, I say poor turn, I didn't mean poor throw, because those treble 1s were right next to the treble 20. It wasn't poorly thrown darts.
Well, Barney's on a finish. And Andy can't hit a treble. Can't hit a treble. Barney clear favourite for this leg from here. That would take it to 9-7, and then a holder throw would take it to 9-8.
Well, he's not going to get it, and I don't know about clear favourite, because Andy Hamilton, on these finishes, keeps hitting 2 treble 20s the first 2 darts. He might even do here to leave double 9.
Well, let's see. Oh, what a last dart. Needed that, didn't he?
Yeah, pressure squarely on Barney to finish the 96. Stay alive. Great first dart. Moves over double 18. He's done that a million times. Probably several under great pressure like this. But what a finish.
It's game on. Game very much back on. Hamilton with the advantage of 1 breaker throw. Barney hanging on in there.
100.
Andy Hamilton knows that he should have sealed the deal by now. If the car had been started, it's been switched back off for now.
I think Barney should start walking, doing his walk-on in a straitjacket and be out of it by the time he starts the leg.
Well, that was an important last dart to take him to the ton. This is a worried man now. switch. Oh, what a last treble that was.
37.
Now that puts Barney under a bit of pressure again, but how many times have we seen that during this game?
Needs a good adjustment. Just a little too high.
44.
And there is a poor turn. Hamilton now with advantage.
Hammer needs to pounce. He's going to switch now as well. Well, he hasn't found a treble.
Yeah, that's one of those instances. You see the opening and you just press too hard every dart. And in reverse, in return, Barney pressing too hard to take advantage of the let-off.
Frustrated there, Barneveld.
6 clear darts for Hamilton.
For the match. Needs to come down. Hits it.
83.
Oh, that, okay, still leaves a doable out, but it's going to give Barney some hope, I think.
Got to adjust and go well up. Too high. In the middle. No.
60.
Well.
123.
Hamilton looking for this now. Starting with treble 19. What a match. 16 would lead Bull. Or treble 16 would lead double 9 for the match. Here we go again.
Yeah, again, even though Barney has a big high out, Hamilton, if he comes back, has sort of an awkward double to deal with. So Barney, although he can't finish it now, wants that treble 19 to leave tops.
59.
Well, this is awkward. The chance is there. Andy Hamilton, is this your moment? For a place in round 2, double 9 is the target. And double 9 he gets! Andy Hamilton has put Raymond van Barneveld out of the World Matchplay. And Hamilton will play Phil Taylor in round 2. What a battle it was! Barney refused to give up. It's finished Andy Hamilton 10, Raymond van Barneveld 7.
Late night drama of the darts. The sport that delivers time and time again. Barney looked like he was going to fight back there. The hammer in the end kept his cool, closing out a 10-7 victory and setting up the second round showdown with Phil Taylor. Hammer time of the match play. Looks a bit serious there. Went through every gamut of emotions. Keegan Brown 10-7 over Robert Thornton. Dave Tisnell 13-11 over Jamie Caven. Phil Taylor, comfortable win for him against John Henderson. And Barney bails out. The hammer, a 10-7 victor. And let's hear from Andy Hamilton now, talking to Stuart Pye.
Well, Andy, big smile on your face, and it's been a while since we've seen that on the TV. Great performance.
Yeah, most definitely. I was always after a tough game against Raymond. I think he's not coming in on great form, saved himself, but I think Blackpool bring the best out of people. It's brought the best out of me tonight. I've enjoyed it. I love Blackpool, and I love this crowd.
Where did that performance come from? Because it's been a real struggle for the last 12 months or so, hasn't it?
Yeah, most definitely. I think that performance comes from my toes. I think from remembrance-wise and how I can play up here, just to recall what I can do, and I think I've just brought about a few memories to myself and know I can do it.
Because you only just sneaked in, you were the last qualifier, and here you are now about to face Phil Taylor in the last 16.
Yeah, I think in about 3 years, I think in the same predicament 3 years ago. I just scraped in, got to the quarter-finals, so I'm hoping I can do the same again this year. I'm in it, so I'm playing well.
You enjoyed that though, didn't you? Because it's been a long time coming, and I can sense that you've worked out a bit of frustration in that win.
Yeah, most definitely. It was a hard game. I played my game, and I could have lost that game if I'd been like 3 or 4 months ago. But I just buckled down and played how I can play. It's not my game, not Raymond's, and at the end it prevailed.
Well done.
Cheers, Stuart. Thanks.
Deserved that, didn't he? A round of applause for the hammer. Crowd on their feet. What great entertainment on a Monday night. Tuesday's going to be a bit special as well. Some big names in action, including Peter Snakebite Wright, who averaged 108 in his first match against Andrew Gilding, Simon Whitlock, Ian White, mighty Michael Van Gerwen against the young Welshman Jamie Lewis, and Adrian Lewis against Gerwyn Price. And there's plenty to keep you entertained on Sky. All throughout July.